I want to make sure that every year folks in Florida, but particularly our students, will learn about the evils of communism, the dictators that have led communist regimes, and the hundreds of millions of individuals who suffered and continue to suffer under the weight of this discredited ideology. Now, there are a lot of people out there who will promote things like socialism and communism, but I think one of the things we've seen is a lot of young people don't really know that much about what communism meant in practice and continues to mean in different parts of the world. You can see at a college campus students flying the hammer and sickle from the old Soviet Union flag. You will see students that will have T-shirts with Che Guevara on the T-shirts. You will see students that will idolize people like Mao Zedong. That, to me, bespeaks of a tremendous ignorance about what those individuals represented and the evils that communism inflicted on people throughout the world. And so our goal here is to stand for the truth, is to make sure that Florida every year will be able to speak the truth about the evils of communism and recognize those who have fought under the yoke and have escaped for freedom. I notice that the people that escape communism for free societies never choose to go back. I don't know very many of them that do that. In fact, I think you look now, there's focus, of course, on places in Eastern Europe for obvious reasons. There are probably more Marxists on college faculties in the United States than they're all in all of Eastern Europe combined, okay? They don't want to go back to communism. So this legislation will make sure that our students and people throughout the state of Florida are reminded about the atrocities committed by Mao Zedong when he led communist China. He had tens of millions of people die because of the communist ideology. Things like the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution. And of course, China continues to be the leading force of oppression around the world. But that body count of Mao is something that everybody needs to understand because it is a direct result of this communist ideology. The legislation also ensures that students will learn about people like Lenin and Stalin and the tyranny of the Soviet Union, where they had millions and millions of people disappear into KGB prisons or Siberian gulags. We want to make sure that people understand the atrocities of somebody like Pol Pot, the communist dictator of Cambodia, who carried out a genocide of nearly 2 million in the killing fields. And I know we don't need legislation here to do this, but I think it's our responsibility to make sure people know about the atrocities committed by people like Fidel Castro and even more recently, people like Nicolas Maduro. We understand that in South Florida. We want to make sure everybody throughout all of Florida understands that.